All right, today is about this Snake River Farms, about 3-pound Wagyu cowboy ribeye. Just a simple smoke and reverse sear. I can't stress it enough how delicious a reverse seared steak is. Once you get it down and do it, you're basically smoking it and you're transferring it to a cast iron griddle, whatever you got to get that reverse sear on. So you're basically pulling it about 15 degrees or so before your desired cooking temp. Mine's like medium rare, so I'll pull this about 115, almost 120 because it's thick. That's one thing you always want to remember. The thicker that steak is, the longer you'll have to smoke it and the longer the sear is going to be. So you might have a 30-second sear on a real thin steak or a minute and a half on a thicker steak. But we're going to get this smoking and seared, and then I'll show you guys how I do it, and it's real quick and easy. All right, so here's the steak. You can see, I mean, the thickness is crazy. The most proper way to season your meat is not really out of a shaker. There's some good shakers out there, but you always want to be at least 12 inches or so above your meat because you just kind of want it to fall on there. If you get those shakers and you start going over the top, they start clumping up, you start getting these really thick spots of seasoning and it's not really evenly distributed. Best way is by hand. So I've got some garlic infused salt and pepper from Jacobsen Salt, and all you really want to do is grab some and just kind of go over the top and just let it snow basically. And you can see it's just kind of evenly distributed. And just do that to both sides. Let it sweat out for about 30 minutes and we'll get it on the Traeger. Okay, before I get this on the Traeger to start smoking, you can see the Snake River Farms product. Look at the sidewall, look at the marbling. So really salt, pepper, maybe some garlic, simple seasoned, because the flavor is in those marbles. They will render nicely, and yeah, so let's get it smoking. All right, so 225 super smoke. There we go. We'll pull it about 115 to 120 internal, and then we'll hit the cast iron. Look at the thickness on that bad boy. And we've got that meat handle we're gonna grab onto and eat this mother. Okay, you can see the awesome color. The smoke's penetrating. Look at the fat. That is just flavor. No fat like Snake River's fat. It's just freaking delicious. I'll eat that right now. Tempt me. So I'm gonna probe this real quick. I know it's not ready. See, we're only at 61. So we want that internal here to be about 115. So we got a ways to go because that's so thick that it's gonna need some time, but let's close it up. All right, so time to check the internal temp. This is so thick. It's been smoking at 225 for about an hour and 15 minutes. So that's what we're looking for. Anywhere from 115 to 120 degrees to hit a medium rare on this bad boy. You can still see that marbling just flexing. Look at that, the meat. Just, yeah. We're gonna get it seared on the Ranger right here. We're already preheated to almost 400 degrees. That's where we'll build that crust. Okay, straight from the timberline to the Ranger, we are gonna build that sear. The smoke that penetrated that fat in that meat. It's oh yeah. About 1 minute per side. Let's go. All right, there we go. Look at that. Well over 2 inches thick, reverse seared, smoked on the timberline, reverse seared on this cast iron. I'm telling you, reverse seared steak at home is better than any steakhouse you'll ever go to. Just do it yourself, man. Look at that crust. Even the flies cannot get enough of it. But reverse seared cowboy ribeye from Snake River Farms. Hit with that Messermeister. Boom, all day.